So it's been about 2 weeks, or more so like 10 days since the DLC came out and the episode pack came out. So hopefully you guys are enjoying all of that stuff, but obviously that begs the question, when is the next DLC coming out? Because obviously we're enjoying these characters and the new episode pack and doing these like kind of, time attack missions with the Yamato special log, which obviously if you haven't checked out the channel, I have a guide for every single one of those missions if you're stuck on those. I have the Musa videos for all of Kaido, Yamato, and Luffy, so if you haven't bought them, you check out those videos, check out all the gameplay stuff if you want to check that out before you buy all the character stuff. But yeah, so the next DLC pack is obviously, as you see here, it's obviously going to be Uta, and the data mine suggested that this is going to be called the Film Red pack. Obviously, the first one was the Battle of Onigashima pack, and the last one's going to be quote-unquote the Younger Days pack according to the data mine. So the Film Red pack supposedly is going to be Uta, Film Red, Shanks, and Kobe. And the last DLC pack is going to be supposedly Roger. I mean, Roger's obviously confirmed, but Roger, supposedly Rayleigh, and then supposedly Young Garp. Now, aside from, the first pack, I feel like most people are really excited for this pack. I know people love Film Red, I do too, but I guess some people don't like Uta as a character or something, I don't know. But for me personally, I'm excited mainly just because I want to see how they adapt the moveset for Uta, because obviously Uta's whole thing is based on, the music, Top Musica, all the songs from the movie, which I don't think we're going to get in the game, but it'd be really cool if we did. Obviously, it wouldn't be cool for me because I'd have to mute the game audio, but, well, it is what it is. We'll see how they adapt the music from it. Obviously, they have gameplay of her in Bounty Rush and stuff like that, so, there are ways to do Uta as a fighting character. Shanks, I'm not too, excited about because Shanks in the game already, and he's pretty cool. He's actually, I feel like he's kind of, not that he's nerfed in the sense of his power, but he had really cool moves in Pirate Warriors 3 that aren't part of his moveset, I think, in this game. I think he had a thing called, Conqueror's Hockey Walk, where he would just walk forward, and it was, mad, cool, where he just walk and knock out people that were in front of him. So, yeah, he's missing some stuff from Pirate Warriors 3. Maybe they'll add that into Film Red Shanks, because, obviously, visually, he's not going to look any different, because obviously he looks the same. But there is a couple moves he does in Film Red that they could add, so that's going to be kind of cool, I guess. Kobe's cool, because Kobe's never been a character in these games, so in general, getting a Kobe that's playable, and that's not the Kobe from Marineford. I am so tired of seeing post-time skip missions and stuff like that, and we have Kobe from Marineford, bro. He is Captain Kobe. So hopefully we get a couple. I would just pray we get costumes for him. I do hope we get the Film Red outfit, like the black and blue outfit. But I also do hope we get his standard captain outfit. So, so obviously I feel like people are going to be most excited for the last DLC pack and the first one. Shanks is cool, but I don't feel Film Red is also hyped though. But yeah, so when are we going to get more info on the next DLC pack release? So I took to the the Twitter posts and stuff like that to talk about it, just to kind of see. Thank you, Adobe. Just to kind of see where, they would release or time these things. So if you look at right here, July 21st, when the first character pass came out, obviously they're doing things a lot differently this time around when it comes to release. We all saw this with how they showed off the first character pack. They were basically waiting for Wano to end, or the fight with Kaido to basically get into its climax, for them to show even hybrid Kaido and Yamato, which is obviously interesting because Yamato has, by the time this pack got announced, Yamato had already done everything he could by now. Yamato did all the hybrid form stuff, did all the attacks and everything. Hybrid Kaido did most of his attacks, but the one attack that he didn't have that they obviously waited for was the Flame Drum Dragon Thunder Bagua. When he encodes himself in the fire. That's the one special attack that they were waiting for, that I guess why they didn't show him off, up to now. So yeah, they waited a long time basically for this to come out. So with that in mind, if we're going with that kind of philosophy, obviously for the third DLC pack, we're going to have to see where the anime is at this point. Because I'm thinking for Garp, they might use a lot of attacks that he uses, in a certain manga arc after Wano. But in the middle part, if we're following the kind of trend that they had where they were kind of waiting for the anime or whatever, then someone in the comment section made this point. I forget who, but thank you for this. But comment down below if it was you. But basically, and I've known this for a while. Not like I didn't know this was happening, but I just kind of put two and two together when they mentioned this in the comments. Was they are re-releasing Film Red. they're having like a special, I guess, 1 year. It's been what, like 1 year anniversary, right? Since for Film Red, if I'm, yeah, it's been about a year. Kind of crazy, man. Time goes anywhere, but it's been about basically 1 year since Film Red has debuted and come out, and they're doing a like encore re-release. And if you look here, I'm gonna pause this because I don't want to get copyright. No, stop it. Uh, we'll just have Luffy looking awkward there. But if you translate the post, 4K up conversion and retake special editions, so maybe they include some more scenes, you know, which kind of sucks because if it comes out in the US or like another like DVD or version that I have to buy or something, it's gonna be kind of annoying if there's another special edition. But so far this is, I think, only confirmed for Japan. But anyway, at any rate, regardless of the point is that they're re-releasing it on October 20th, Spider-Man Day. So I think we're going to get either they could do one of two things. We could get info leading up to this. You know, maybe they'll do their reveal Uta maybe a couple days or a week before. You know, start rolling out the media stuff. Or, hear me out, they might release the DLC pack on this day. For me, I highly doubt it. I don't think they're going to be releasing like the characters month after month, considering the release pattern for this first one, right? Because the first one was the Whole Kick Island pack, right? Which Judge, Cracker, and Smoothie. Which Smoothie's nuts, by the way. She's insane. But like, which is interesting, right? Like I tell you, there's a very different approach to the marketing. Because this was July 21st when it came out. 3 days later, they showed Drake. And then they showed Killer. Well, to be fair, they showed, what, Killer like, what, almost 3 weeks later? But they showed Drake right away. Like 3 days after the first DLC came out. And then they showed Killer about 3 weeks later. Then on September 4th, they had, you know, then they started releasing these little trailers. And then by the time, you know, the actual DLC pack came out, was actually, you know, around September 24th, I believe. Yeah. So, look, obviously July, you know, if I'm counting my months, I believe that is, what, 2 months apart, right? August. So, July 21st, 1, 2. Yeah, so 2 months. I know, easy maths. But so the DLC pack released about 2 months later. So, from my idea, I'm thinking we'll get the full Film Red pack in, like, the middle of November. I don't think we'll get the actual release. If we do, that's actually kind of nuts. Maybe they've been working on it for a while. And they just had to wait for this specific year for it to be, you know, for them to, like, release all this stuff. So, yeah, I don't think we'll get the DLC pack released on the 20th, but I do think we'll start getting info either on the 20th or the, you know, a little bit before. So I would say for y'all to expect maybe DLC info in the next couple weeks, maybe. I don't want to say maybe next week. I know Tokyo Game Show is happening right now, or happened, but I would say expect, you know, info maybe relating to Film Red or that DLC pack in probably like the first or second week of October, and then you'll probably expect maybe a full, maybe 40-second trailer for Uta, or like actual images revealing all the rest of the characters and stuff like that. Because it makes sense, right? They could reveal the characters and maybe the release date or something, but doesn't mean they have to release it on the same day. So yeah, I think we'll probably expect to get info on the 20th, or if not a little bit before, which makes sense because the second pack is concerning Uta. So for me, logically, just makes sense to just release info, you know, or anything on the 20th when the Film Red stuff comes out, or around that time, right? So expect info on that in a couple weeks. Obviously, it kind of makes sense. They let you play the game for like a couple weeks with the new episode packs, with the new 3 DLC characters, with the new soul maps. Give you time to grind, because honestly, it is a lot with these soul maps and stuff like that. Yeah, it's kind of like it took me like non-stop grinding like the whole weekend while trying to do work and all that stuff. I can't imagine like people that are taking their time doing it. So just, you know, I do like that they're waiting a little bit, because these soul maps are going to take a little bit. At least like when they release this, and the next episode pack is just going to be like soul map, you know, 3 or whatever, soul map 2. So hopefully that happens. But yeah, like I said, looking at the pattern, it took about 2 months for them to release the next DLC pack. So if you're going with that logic and we're going with this, we'll probably get info on And they showed obviously Killer in the beginning of August, which is, you know, a couple weeks after, like 3 or 4 weeks after, you know, the release of the first DLC pack. So yeah, I would say, you know, maybe expect some images maybe like this if they're going back to this original version. But expect images like this either, you know, in the next like 2 weeks ish. You know, it could be earlier, it could be later. But yeah, so let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. That's when you can expect the next DLC pack. And like I said, if you're expecting, you know, we'll probably get it for this in November, maybe beginning of November. And I know the last DLC pack, a lot of people are asking when will that happen. So the second DLC pack came out in September. But then the last DLC pack for the Wano pack came out in December 14th, right? Or December 17th, yeah. So, you know, it was more than a couple months. It was about 3 months after the second DLC pack. So, you know, like I said, you can give or take 2 to 3 months per character pack. So, like I said, I think I keep misclicking. Like I said, I think this one will probably be somewhere in November. Could be, you know, they could surprise us and just straight up release them in October. Would be crazy. But I think this will get info in October. I think this will come out in November. And I think this pack would probably come out in, you know, like, you know, January, February, right? So it gives us a couple, you know, months to try out the new characters. Hopefully, what I do hope with this next pack, the first pack was a bit disappointing, but I can get how they can reuse a lot of assets. What I hope for the next episode pack is that, you know, here we're going with Yamato to like adventure stuff. This is Yamato's log. If this is really going to be about Uta, I really hope that we get a new stage that's like, you know, the dream world or the soul world, whatever you want to call it, inside, you know, Uta's like world, her devil fruit world. That would be really, really, really cool. Because I mean, I don't think it's translating, but it's not like these aren't traditionally like the. Let me just go to the English page, maybe. This isn't all just Yamato, right? I'm pretty sure. Okay, so the English page doesn't really go into too much detail. It kind of just doesn't anyway. But yeah, so my point is, I do hope that the next pack has actual, like, maybe hopefully a new stage that concerns Uta and stuff like that. So let me know in the comment section down below when do you hope to get new DLC packs? Do you hope we also get a new costume or something? Like, the first DLC pack came out with, well, this is I feel like I haven't seen this original trailer in so long. That actually looks nuts. Anyway, you know, we got the law outfit for the Onigashima update. So what do you think we'll get for the next update? Do you think we'll get hopefully a cool like costume for like Luffy or someone else, Zoro or something from Film Red? Hopefully so. And I think that would be pretty cool if they continue to do that, but maybe the law thing was just a one-time thing. So with all that being said, hope you enjoyed. Hopefully this helped to, you know, guess or wonder when the next DLC pack comes out. And obviously stay tuned to the channel with more Pirate Warriors coverage and gameplay and stuff like that. For all that being said, hope you enjoyed. Leave a like and comment down below. And also subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Oh, by the way, thank you all so much for 5K. The next goal is 6K, but the big goal probably, hopefully, I don't know if we'll make it, but hopefully by the end of the year we get to 10K. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.